What sort of things came up for you?
There was a few moments looking at each other in character, particularly on the moors. And there'd be a moment where we'd be running hand in hand through the moors, maybe not even in the scene, just setting it up, where I'd look across at her and she'd be looking at me, and you really realised you were looking at Catherine and she was looking at Heathcliff, and in that moment we really were a part of their love, for real.
You guys, we seriously need to talk about what's going down between Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, because this press tour is wild. They're both starring in Wuthering Heights, and the way they've been talking about each other has everyone losing it. Fans are straight up wondering if Margot secretly got divorced or something, because she sounds totally wrapped up in Jacob. She's been saying things like she had separation anxiety when he wasn't around, and even brought up what he did for her on Valentine's Day, all as his character, but still, people are talking. Everyone's asking, what is actually happening here? The press tour is everywhere right now, and it's only getting messier. If you thought the whole Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo situation during Wicked was intense, just wait. Margot and Jacob's chemistry is on another level. They're co-starring in Wuthering Heights, and Margot isn't just acting, she's producing the film too. Back in 2024, Emerald Fennell announced she was turning the classic novel Wuthering Heights into a movie, and things got heated fast when studios started fighting over it. Netflix tried to snatch it, but Warner Bros. Swooped in and won the deal. Now, it's officially set to drop this Valentine's Day, and fans can't wait to see what all the teasing and flirty interviews have been leading up to. This movie might just break the internet when it comes out. The 2026 film Wuthering Heights takes its inspiration from Emily Bronte's classic novel Wuthering Heights, but this version is putting a totally new spin on the story. The original book dives deep into jealousy, obsession, and class divides through the doomed romance between Heathcliff and Catherine Shaw, but word on the street is that this remake is leaning way more into the romance side, with a softer, modern touch. It's not a period piece either. The costumes aren't historically accurate at all, and that bold choice has already sparked major controversy among fans of the original novel. From the moment paparazzi photos leaked from the set, people online started losing it. When the trailer dropped, the internet went off even harder about the fashion choices. Some of the comments were brutal. Fans said things like hideous, and even compared it to Bridgerton in the worst way possible. One person wrote, "Wuthering Heights costume design looking worse than Bridgerton," and that's saying a lot. Others joked that it looked more like a costume party with a twist than a serious film. Many agreed that while most period films bend the rules a little, this one just felt totally random and confusing. But here's the thing, the costume designers are standing by their vision and refusing to back down. They're saying it's all part of the creative direction, and they're not here to please everyone. Still, costumes are just the tip of the drama iceberg, because during the press tour, Margot and Jacob have been way too open about their on-set chemistry. Fans are starting to wonder, are these two just acting, or is something real happening behind the scenes?
We have it for you.
Smells just like Jacob Elordi's hot water.
Does it
Yeah,
smell?
just like Jacob
It actually
Elordi's hot
doesn't
water.
smell bad. That smells good.
Super accurate.
Like, seriously, what is even happening right now? Everyone's questioning whether Margot Robbie is still married, because the way she's been talking about Jacob Elordi sounds way too personal. She keeps going on about her time filming with him, the energy, the chemistry, all of it. And fans are like, this doesn't sound like just coworkers. Meanwhile, Jacob's situation isn't exactly clear either. One minute he's spotted with Olivia Jade, the next he's solo. It's giving full-on situationship energy. They were just seen hanging out again recently, so who really knows what their deal is? But whatever's going on, people cannot wrap their heads around how either of their partners, if they even still have them, could possibly listen to the stuff they're saying about each other without cringing. Their interviews are super flirty and borderline romantic. It's giving serious Ariana and Cynthia vibes, with those "I can't be without you" kind of moments that just leave everyone speechless. Now, if all this is just a clever promo strategy for Wuthering Heights, then wow, it's working perfectly. The movie's all anyone can talk about. People are replaying clips, analyzing interviews, and speculating nonstop. Still, even with all the hype, some fans can't help but feel like Margot and Jacob might be laying it on a little too thick, even for promo. So get this, in a recent Vogue interview, Margot dropped a story that had everyone's jaws on the floor. She revealed that Jacob Elordi literally filled her entire room with roses on Valentine's Day. And yeah, he did it as Heathcliff, but come on, that's still a Valentine's Day gift from him. Margot said, "We were shooting on Valentine's Day. You made my day as Heathcliff, filled my room with roses, and it was so cute." Like, how adorable is that? Then she playfully turned to him and asked, "What did I do for you on Valentine's Day? I'm asking because I can't remember." Jacob replied, "I don't think you did anything." She laughed and said, "No way, I must have done something. You know what? The thing is, I thought you would." Jacob quickly added, "I'm so sorry. I think when I did it, I felt like I beat you." That moment had fans losing it online because the chemistry between them was so obvious.
Would just be like always in the vicinity where I was, but like in a corner, like watching Kathy, and then
I didn't tell him to do that. I actually had to ask him to leave the
but I was like,
wait for him.
I remember on day one, I was like, I was like, oh, he's right there, and then like, and an hour later, I'm like, oh, he's over there, like he's there, and then on the third day, I remember I found myself starting to look around to see where I was like, well, he's obviously going to be somewhere close by. Where is he right now? Because he's not in a corner of a room watching me right now. And then he wasn't, and I was really unnerved and unmoored, and I felt like quite lost, like just like a kid without their like blanket or something.
Margot even admitted right there in the interview that she thought Jacob would make an amazing boyfriend after that. She said, "You definitely beat me. Yours was so epic. I remember thinking on Valentine's Day, oh, he's probably a very good boyfriend." And then she went on about how it wasn't just the roses, it was the whole gesture. He even included a heartfelt note written from Heathcliff and a tiny prop tombstone to go with it. Fans couldn't decide if this was acting or something way deeper brewing between these two. Margot even laughed about it later, saying, "Ugh, crafts, love that." She called the whole thing crafty, meaningful, and dramatic, and fans totally agreed. People online were freaking out, saying things like, "Jacob Elordi gave Margot Robbie a room full of roses for Valentine's Day?" Even though she kept insisting it was from his character, no one was buying it. Everyone was like, come on, that's way too romantic to be just acting. But the real chaos started later in that same Vogue interview when they both admitted they hated filming without each other. Jacob said, "I really didn't like shooting when Margot wasn't there," and Margot jumped right in saying, "I hated shooting when you weren't there." She went on to explain how weird it felt when he was off filming scenes with Allison, saying, "There was this moment when she was off with Shazad for God knows how long, and you were off with Allison, and I was like, this is just not right." Then she added, half joking but half serious, "Loved shooting with Allison and Adez, they're amazing, but I was like, he's mine." That one line sent social media into overdrive. Headlines started popping up everywhere claiming Margot was getting territorial and jealous on set. Some even twisted it into wild rumors, saying Margot had become codependent on Jacob Elordi while filming Wuthering Heights. Others called their connection an on-set obsession and claimed their chemistry got so intense it left everyone else weak in the knees. The internet basically decided these two weren't just acting anymore, they were living it. Seriously, it feels like every headline lately has been about Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi and all the flirty things they keep saying about each other. The weak at the knees moment especially had everyone losing their minds. In that same Vogue interview, the article described one scene where Jacob's Heathcliff picks up Margot's character Kathy with just one arm, and another where he shields her face from the rain. Total movie romance energy. Margot laughed about it later, saying, "It almost made me weak at the knees," then let out this dramatic sigh that had fans spiraling online. She explained that she and Emerald Fennell, who directed the film, loved adding those subtle emotional touches, the kind that women in their 30s really connect with. Margot said the movie was made for people their age who crave those big, passionate stories that aren't often told by women. Fans thought that was such a strong point, but of course the internet couldn't stop focusing on how into Jaco she sounded while saying it. And it didn't stop there. In other interviews, Margot opened up even more about how close they got during filming. She admitted that when she's deep in a project, she becomes very codependent with her cast and wants to be around them all the time. Then she laughed and said that Jacob would always be watching her on set, and by day 3, she started looking around for him when he wasn't there. She even asked people where he'd gone because she'd gotten so used to having him nearby. Fans are convinced there's something way more than just co-star chemistry happening here. Then Jacob chimed in and talked about how much he admired Margot, not just as a co-star, but as someone he genuinely respected. He said working with her was an incredible experience, and his tone had that calm, genuine appreciation that only made people even more suspicious. Fans were like, okay, this sounds a little too heartfelt for just a movie promo. And of course, the internet wasted no time roasting the entire situation. People have been clowning both of them for the way they talk about each other, turning every new quote into a meme. Just the other day, someone tweeted, "Is she divorced or something? Because she's definitely not acting like she's married with the way she talks about Jacob." Others piled on saying things like, "Margot Robbie's husband after another Jacob Elordi interview," or "Spouses of actors are God's strongest warriors." One post that went viral said, "What do you mean Margot's husband has to sit there and watch Jacob Elordi do all this?" And another wrote, "Sorry, but isn't she married? I get that they're promoting the movie, but Margot sounds like she's in love with this man." Fans were practically begging for clarification, joking, "Can we all agree we're just waiting for Margot Robbie to announce she's leaving her husband after all these Jacob Elordi interviews?"
Regardless of plot or screenplay, if you have the opportunity to share a film set with Margot Robbie, you're going to make sure you're within 5 to 10 meters at all times, watching how she drinks tea, how she eats her food, how she does it, when is it going to slip, when is the thing going to come undone, and it never comes undone. She's just like an elite actor, and she's producing the movie. So I don't know how somebody has the skill and the wisdom to do that as a performer and to give the performance that she gave, but I was enamored by her.
And the wildest part, some people think her husband might actually be fine with all of it because he's one of the producers of Wuthering Heights. So now people are comparing it to that whole Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell situation, where everyone swore something was going on behind the scenes, even though it was all for publicity. The internet loves a good scandal, and this one's got everyone watching every single interview like it's an episode of a reality show. When Margot and Jacob started doing press for Wuthering Heights, people were convinced they were in love. Every photo of them together looked like a scene from a romance movie. The way they laughed, the way they stood close, and that undeniable chemistry had everyone talking nonstop. Fans swore there had to be something going on behind the scenes, even though Margot is married. The whole situation reminded people of that other viral duo. Remember when Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell were promoting their film and everyone thought they were secretly together? Margot's case is almost the same. She even addressed all the rumors herself when she appeared on SNL, laughing it off and reminding everyone that her husband is actually one of the producers of the movie. And here's the kicker. It's not just that her husband's producing Wuthering Heights, it's that the film is being made under her own production company, Lucky Chap Productions, which she co-founded with him. So now people are starting to wonder if all this flirty energy and headline-grabbing chemistry between her and Jacob might be part of a clever marketing strategy. After all, if everyone's talking about Margot and Jacob, they're also talking about her movie, and that's the kind of attention money can't buy. And now, things are getting even wilder. As the Wuthering Heights promo continues, fans are starting to wonder if Margot and Jacob might have taken their chemistry a little too far, or if they're just that good at playing it up for the cameras. Every new interview, every photo op, and every behind-the-scenes clip keeps adding fuel to the fire. People are dissecting body language, eye contact, even the smallest touches. It's turned into a full-on internet investigation. Some fans think it's pure acting genius, that they're both leaning into the romance to make the movie unforgettable. But others, they're not so sure. One viral comment said, "This is giving method acting, but emotionally dangerous." Another wrote, "You can't fake that kind of chemistry, not for this long." Even reporters have started asking them straight up if something is going on, and the way they laugh it off only makes people more suspicious. Meanwhile, industry insiders are saying this might be one of the smartest PR campaigns Hollywood's pulled in years. Margot knows exactly how to get people talking, and pairing her with Jacob, one of the internet's favorite heartthrobs, was a recipe for non-stop buzz. Still, some fans are side-eyeing the whole thing, wondering if it's blurring the line between professionalism and personal feelings. Either way, the hype is working because now everyone wants to see Wuthering Heights just to figure out if the sparks they're seeing on screen are real or not. Whatever's going on between Margot and Jacob, it's keeping the internet hooked, and no one's looking away anytime soon. And just when everyone thought the drama had reached its peak, it got even messier. The press tour hit London, and suddenly, new clips started circulating online. Margot and Jacob looking extra cozy at a red carpet event, whispering and laughing like they were in their own little world. Fans went into a frenzy again, flooding social media with theories and slow-motion breakdowns of every glance and smile. One person wrote, "The way he looks at her, that's not acting anymore," while another said, "This is literally a rom-com playing out in real life." But here's where things took a sharp turn. Reporters started asking questions about Margot's husband being at the same events, since he's a producer on the film. Some fans noticed he was keeping a low profile, which only added to the mystery. People started saying it's giving PR mastermind, while others insisted it's giving love triangle energy. Either way, the headlines just won't stop rolling in. Insiders are now claiming the studio is loving every second of the buzz. The movie's search numbers have skyrocketed, and pre-sale ticket demand is already through the roof. So whether this chemistry between Margot and Jacob is real, exaggerated, or just brilliantly calculated, it's working. Everyone's counting down to release day, waiting to see if their on-screen love story will feel as explosive as what we've seen off-screen. Whatever this is, marketing magic or real emotion, it's got the world watching like it's the biggest Hollywood cliffhanger of the year. Honestly, this whole thing just screams strategy. It's got PR fingerprints all over it. And while it's smart, it's definitely not something I could ever pull off. Imagine watching your partner gush over someone else like that non-stop in every interview? No way, I'd lose my mind. Whether it's all business or a little too real, there's no denying that Margot and Jacob have mastered the art of keeping people talking. But now I really want to hear your take on it. Do you think Margot and Jacob's chemistry is just a clever marketing move for Wuthering Heights? Or is there something more brewing behind the scenes? Are we witnessing genius PR or an actual Hollywood love story unfolding in real time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to know what side you're on. Don't hold back because this whole situation has the internet split right down the middle. And if you've been keeping up with all the clips, interviews, and red carpet moments like I have, tell me which one had you convinced they were more than just co-stars. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into the latest Hollywood chaos.
I get so dependent on people when I work, like I'm so dependent with people I work with, and I love everyone so much, and I'm always that person who's so devastated when a job's over and I never want it to end and I'm going to miss everyone so much, and even seeing everyone today is so exciting, and I think I developed that quite quickly with Jacob too.
If you have the opportunity to share a film set with Margot Robbie, you're going to make sure you're within 5 to 10 meters at all times, watching how she drinks tea, how she eats her food, how she does it, when is it going to slip, when is the thing going to come undone, and it never comes.
When he was able to lift me up with one arm, I thought I wet myself, but it wasn't pee. He's just so tall, and like, have you seen how tall he is? He's big. he's really big. I actually stopped taking birth control just because I was hoping I would get pregnant with his baby. We just understood each other and craved each other's presence. And
Did his girlfriend ever come visit?
no, that little whore was not allowed on set. I insisted we didn't have an intimacy coordinator and that we practice. No, I don't have a husband. Fuck, what? I do? Fuck. When I saw him in Frankenstein, I thought I would also keep you in my basement. I would. I really would, and I tried. I really tried. I actually prolonged the filming of Wuthering Heights so that I could see Jacob more and avoid my family forever. I think this is normal. I think a lot of people who play love interests are in love with each other in real life.